Let's get ready for this ride. Weight loss surgery. So many people are, oh, did she have surgery? Did she do this? Did she? I've already discussed everything that I've done, but I'm going to talk about it. But not just to talk about it to dispel rumors, because I could care less, but it's more so to help other individuals who may be struggling with the decision on whether they should do it or not do it. This is to more so encourage and inform, so to speak, right? And enlighten. So, yes, 2019, yes, I did have gastric sleeve surgery, December 3rd, 2019. I worked my behind off before I had the surgery, and I continue to work out and work my behind off to this day. Why, and I call this segment, why I broke it off, pretty much. Why did I break up in this relationship with being the old me? Why did I break up that entanglement of unhealthiness? Why? What drove me to be like, this is it? This is years of being in an unhealthy relationship with myself. So I have 3 children, right? All of which I have not been able to get on an amusement ride, a roller coaster ride, pretty much since I think my oldest, who is now 18, I don't think I've been able to get on a ride with her since she was like maybe 2 or 3. As far as the other children of mine who are younger than her, I haven't been able to get on a ride with them until 2020. And it was the most invigorating experience. I cried at the top of the ride, and I think what happened was I had a moment of just remembering that walk of shame. And if none of you know what that walk of shame is, I hope you never find out. But the walk of shame that I call it is when you go and you're getting ready to get on the ride with your kids or your family, and they go to pull that thing over, or they go to put that thing around your waist, and they keep pushing, and you like, ouch, and they like, and mind you, the people that operate the machines is like 16, 17, they kids. So now you being embarrassed by a child in front of other adults with their kids, right? Okay. So, and then they say, sorry, ma'am. Okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm going to have to ask you to step. It's not going to work. It's not closing. You're not going to be able to ride this ride. And then you got to walk past all these people who are already sitting on the ride looking like, well, what's the hold up with you? You got to walk past them and then go back down the line to see other people who are standing in line waiting to get on the ride, wondering what happened, right? Until they look at you and they like, oh, she couldn't fit. And you hear the snickers, you hear the whispering, and then what do? You go and you eat your emotions. You go and you get a funnel cake. I know I used to. A funnel cake, lemonade. Oh my God, amusement park lemonade. Whew. I don't drink it like I used to before because I have to have water in it because it's just too sweet for me now. But baby, so good. But anyway, we go and we eat our emotions. So for years of doing that, I was just tired of not being able to get on a roller coaster experience. Like I would take my kids places, but I couldn't really be present in the moment. I couldn't really experience all that I wanted to experience with them. The joy that they actually experienced this ride, I couldn't do it. So when I was able to do it in 2020, my husband and I, we took the children to an amusement park, and it was truly an amazing experience to be. I mean, I didn't even realize I liked roller coaster rides so much. I always thought I wanted to just get on them because I wanted to do it with the kids. But the thrill of it, was super, super fun. We had a good time, and it was an amazing experience. But prior to that, I knew that I wanted to jump out of an airplane, like I mentioned. I wanted to get on roller coaster rides, things that my weight and my size would not allow. It wasn't even just the weight, it was my size. My butt was really huge, my stomach, and I just couldn't do it. And I was tired of not living my life to its fullest potential, and not just minimizing my life to a roller coaster ride or skydiving. And skydiving, by the way, was amazing. We did that last year. But I think when you cannot go up a flight of steps without wheezing, when you cannot take a nap without snoring to, feel. I remember one time my husband, we had just got married, and he shook me, and he was like, and he was all over top of my face while I was sleeping. I said, what? He said, oh my God, you scared me. It looked like you wasn't breathing. And I probably did stop breathing. Just didn't know it, right? Because of how heavy I was and just laying on my back and all that weight. And it was just time to break up with her. Bottom line, it was just time to break up with that unhealthiness. It was time to break up with the negative ideas of what I thought weight loss surgery was based off of other people's ideas of it who never even had it at that. And I said, enough is enough. I want to experience what other people do. I didn't want to keep shopping at just the plus size section in the stores. Okay. All we're limited to is florals and shirts that say what's up. And I don't want that. I want to look nice. I want to be able to go and shop and I want to be able to pick and choose. I wanted to have options. When you are a larger woman or a plus size individual, your options aren't as grand as other sizes. Okay, they're limited options. And I just got tired of it. I got tired of faking like I was so happy when I would go into parties and clubs and things. And I always had to dress real sexy, so real seductive rather. So I would always, and if I had a t-shirt, now I still cut my t-shirts now, but not for the same reason. I don't like this tugging on my neck thing too much, but I actually like what I look like in, just a white, nightgown, t-shirt, I like what I look like, right? In it. I felt like I always had to do the most, right? So I would cut my shirt real low, damn near the areola out, just to get attention or to keep people from saying like, damn, she a big girl. Because what they would say is, yo, she bad to be a big girl. And at some point, that was validation for me to feel like, oh, well, I'm a big girl, but they still looking. It ain't even about all that. It's about, I wanted to feel good about me. I didn't want you to have to make me feel good. I wanted to get to a place where I feel good about me. And so the way I dress now is I could throw on a sweatshirt, cut it off just like the shoulders a little bit, just so it's still cute, fly, and I'm comfortable. I wear nothing but tights for the most part. I know my husband hates it because I wear tights all the time and a t-shirt. Tights and a shirt, and I'm off to the gym or training a client. But that's where I'm comfortable in. I don't really want to wear short dresses and my boobs all out anymore. I do sometimes, but it's not my norm. It would be 6 degrees outside and I'd have on this super low cut shirt and all this just to reveal to people whose opinion should have never even mattered that I was somebody, that I did matter, that I was beautiful. But the reality is inside, I wasn't feeling beautiful. The reality is inside, I was laughing on the outside, I was laughing, but on the inside, I was in tears. I was sad. I was broken. I was shattered. I had this much self-esteem, this much self-confidence, but you would never know it. I was great at masking. I should have got the Oscars. Okay. All right. I should have had an Oscar for the way I was able to act and perform. But something happened within me when I got tired and I got sick and tired of being tired. And I said, I don't want this no more. So much so that I made the decision for myself. My husband and I think we almost split at one point because when I was getting the surgery and I told him I was getting it, he kept saying, oh, no, you don't need it. You don't need it. And he waited until the night before, literally just hours before I had to be at the surgeon's office, the doctor's office, the hospital or whatever, and said, you shouldn't go. Don't go. The fuck? I'm already, like, what do you mean don't go? I'm prepared. I got all my stuff that I need. No, I'm saying no. So I still made sure he got up and took me. And it was months later that we started bumping heads because he just was not happy with me losing the weight. My husband likes larger women, and that's fine. Everybody has a preference, but I wasn't worried about keeping a man. I wanted to keep my health. I wanted to be here for my children. And my thing is, if you love me, I don't want just a few weeks. I don't want just a couple of days, a couple of months. I want a couple of forevers, and I wanted to be around with my husband. And part of that, I need to be healthy. I need to be able to keep up with the kids. I want to be able to keep up with you. And so I made a sound decision. And to be honest, it was the best decision I've ever made to break up that unhealthy entanglement with who I used to be. with masking and lying to myself and faking a smile when I wanted to cry and you know, taking on other things because I wanted to be liked, I wanted to be accepted. And now I walk with a different confidence. It has nothing to do with being smaller. It has something to do with being bigger, bigger from within. It has something to do with being larger on the inside. The inside of me was small, but the outside was huge. And so the outside was able to swallow me constantly, daily and daily, where the internal part of me, that real life that I had inside of me was getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So I almost couldn't identify with who I was becoming and who I was supposed to become and who I thought I could be. But now my outside is smaller, but my inside is so large. My personality, my spirit, my confidence, my swag, my ability to walk with my head held high even when there's nasty rumors. Not feeling like, oh no, I need to clap back because if I don't clap back, they're going to think I'm weak. I walk with a certain poise that says, I'm not worried about you because you clearly you can see who I am. And all those things. And I know some of you are like, you got all that just from losing weight? Yes. Because you got to understand that the weight that you put on your body comes from a weight that you may be carrying in here and in here. And so in turn, when I lost the physical weight, I was dropping the weight of the emotional part that was attached to it. I didn't just wake up one day and be big. I was big all my life since a kid. But if you don't do something about it significant, you just won't keep getting bigger. And I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now. I wasn't as informed as I am now as far as diet, nutrition, and fitness, and becoming a personal trainer, whereas though now I know different things to do and what I can eat. And okay, if I am going to put on a certain amount of pounds, I know at some point I got to stop doing X, Y, Z. Like when I lost all the weight, initially when I lost a lot of weight, because I was in the gym. Anybody that knows me personally, and you guys can comment below, I was in the gym like 2-3 times a day, sometimes 4. I was going hard, right? Because I just never wanted to go back to her. I never wanted to go back to that entanglement of that unhealthy relationship. I never wanted to go back. When we broke up, that was it. You ever been in a relationship with somebody, you break up and then they call you and it sound good and you back in the bed with them? No, I don't want to get back in the bed with her. I was done. And so I went hard, but what happened was I started losing everything. I was, all this little, this back here, I don't know if you can see, that was gone. It was straight up and down. My face, I didn't have no curves. My face wasn't plump anymore. It was just straight, right? So I allowed myself to put, and that's where me and my husband was having conflict, because the things that he loved about me, the curves and all, was gone. I was up and down. And that's part of the transition. I was okay with, okay, once I lose and I get to an ideal number or for myself, then I can afford to add some more pounds, or I can afford to do whatever was necessary to get myself where I wanted to look like. Because I wasn't worried about what I looked like. I was more so concerned about how I felt. Once I got to a point where I felt good enough within myself physically and emotionally and mentally, now I was ready to, let me go put on a few more pounds. But I just wanted to tell you that was why I broke up, and that's with that other person, that old person, because she just wasn't healthy. She wasn't healthy mentally or physically. And it ain't about always the number, because there's some people who are larger that may feel like they're healthy, but being obese, they told me I was morbidly obese, which lets you know that my BMI was so high, which means that my weight was 80 to 100% over. I'm 80 to 100 pounds way over where I should have been. Okay. And in the ideal weight. And when you have that, what comes along with that is high cholesterol, possibly kidney disease, diabetes, congestive heart failure, comprehensive heart disease, and so many other variable and various diseases. And I just didn't want that for myself. And it's not to say that, oh, I'm so in the clear, but I make a conscious decision daily to work out. I don't always eat the healthiest. I had 2 slices of pizza today, and baby, it was good. Okay. good. But I know I got to work that off tonight and I got to work it off tomorrow. I don't starve myself. I treat myself. But I understand that treating myself still comes with, accountability. So if you guys have any questions about weight loss surgery or who I went to or what was the procedure, throughout this page or this channel, you're going to hear me talk about that, talk about life, talk about the gym, talk about fitness, and all those good things. Because part of living free, I believe, is not about having this perfect image that reflects in a mirror, because we were already born in God's perfect image. So that's already done. It's not about having a perfect body. That's why I created Fleur Lene, because Fleur Lene is an online website, or is a store online that keeps every BODY, as bold as you can say it, everybody in mind, no matter what shape, no matter where you are on your fitness journey, no matter, we keep you in mind because we have something to help everybody along their way to becoming more healthy and being more progressive with their health and fitness journey. And that's why I designed it. And with this channel, it's all about, it's not about the perfect body, as I was saying. It's more so because the reality is, guess what? God already created the perfect body of art when he masterfully sculpted you out. It's about understanding and falling in love with that body within you, the body that God has given you to operate in, to light up the world with. Fall in love with that image, and then we go from there. See you guys. Thank you so much. Please continue to like, comment, share. I was really calm on this post because it's kind of late and I wanted to get this out, and I didn't want anybody to be like, oh my gosh, she's so loud. And I didn't want to cuss. I'm working on my language. I'm trying. Anybody know me, I could cut you up with my mouth, but I'm working on my language because I want you to hear me more than just listen to me. I want you to actually hear me. So thank you guys for listening. Please, again, comment, like, and share. And